Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the CayVin Universe Podcast. And if you're new to the show, what an episode you decided to start on. So welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us today. My name is Vinny.
And my name is Caylin. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Considering last episode, I was pregnant. And now I am not. In a good way. We're parents now. So I guess we're just going to go a little bit off on that.
Yeah, a little bit of catching up. We might be a little bit rusty. This is more like a trial test episode to see how we do with the baby sleeping in the other room.
Yeah.
So hence why we look so thrown together. We're literally wearing house clothes. We're sorry we didn't dress up for you guys today. So please bear with us. And also hence the throwback background because I ain't gonna
lazy today.
Yeah, we gotta get back and hang back. I'm gonna mess with the old green screen and editing and all that stuff. We're just gonna do a simple episode, one take episode.
Yeah.
And so what are your thoughts right now overall what we've been through? I mean, for those that don't know, I mean, obviously why we're doing the episode, been through a lot the past couple weeks, with the pregnancy and delivery and things that happen after, and the baby, we're finally home with our child, and it overall it does feel amazing, even though like we said, lack of sleep and all that.
It does. It's like one of those things. It's like they tell you before, like, sleep when the baby sleeps because you're not going to sleep very often. I'm like, oh, we'll be fine. We'll maintain a schedule right away, and we'll both be getting some sleep. And it's just 100% not that. I feel like I'm talking really low. I'm just so like, yeah.
No, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, because so we don't know.
Deprived.
Yeah. Oh, okay. For that reason.
Yeah.
I thought you just don't want to be too loud. I mean, that's the point. Being out here. But dang, that was something I was gonna say. See, we're gonna be a little bit rusty, people.
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, how did you feel about your pregnancy? Because I mean, obviously, it's easy for me to say. You're the one that carried our baby, but like I feel like the pregnancy thing for us, or at least from my perspective, was kind of a breeze, and it was what we really didn't expect to come, obviously, when the baby is here.
I feel like it's like how they say, like, the mom feels it for the whole 9 months, but the dad doesn't even realize it until like the baby's in his arms, because it's like,
wow, that's literally exactly what happened to me. Because that's when like I was like, everything's cool, it's gonna be great. Pregnancy's been a breeze, like it's all good. And then when the baby comes, I'm like, oh gosh, this is what they meant about sleep deprived and being like what's the word? I don't know, always anxious or worried.
Definitely
irritable. I don't know. So yeah, all the instincts, parenting instincts, kick in after that, I guess, for the old due to the relationship.
Yeah, especially after too, because like you're like, you just have to worry about like, of course, just like, taking care of the baby and making sure that she has everything she needs, and you're like the diapering master over here. We've come to realize.
There's nothing I can't diaper.
Yeah, I basically
Office reference.
Leave most of the diaper changes to you. Not because I just don't like to do it, just because I know you. Is that
because I notice you always throw the diaper changes to me, which I don't mind doing.
Well, I don't mind feeding her.
I would literally change her blowout diaper and then go make a sandwich.
Yeah, literally. I just think it's just like, it's just one of those things. It's like, if you enjoy doing it or like you're good at it, like just do it. Like I enjoy like feeding her.
Yeah.
Even though. Is it just me, or have you gained some arm muscles since?
Oh yeah, like it's like the dad strength is real. Like holding her and carrying her in her car seat, and other things like that. Yeah, like you use like arm muscles that you didn't realize were there. They're like literally specifically arm muscles that are specifically there to be a parent, because I didn't even know I'd be sore in these certain areas, and I'm like, whoa, like
you feel it like right here, then you feel it in your lower back. You realize that you like have terrible posture. So recently, like when I've been carrying her, I've been trying to kind of just like straighten out my back, because like, I thought the lower back pain was bad when I was pregnant. It continues after.
Yeah. And should we put a picture up of the little one? I mean, we're already talking about her. We'll put her, I have a favorite pic of you and her. Okay. But the old Delilah.
Yeah.
Old Delilah Lisa is here, everyone. She is now happy and healthy.
She's getting big. Babies grow fast.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that also.
Yeah.
I think you had asked me a question a few minutes ago, and I don't think I got to answer because we just started going off about other stuff. But like, as far as like the pregnancy and stuff, you asked like how I felt.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm definitely like dealing with a lot of the the baby blues, I guess you could say. Like there's part of me that it's so weird. Like I'm sure a lot of moms understand this too, but like I miss her like just being in my stomach. It's like the weirdest thing. You get like the phantom kicks, and I've experienced a couple so far.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it's actually really crazy. It's weird because it's like when I'm holding her, it's not like just like at random points of the day like how it was before. It's like if she's like right here, I'll feel something in my stomach. I'm like, oh wait, she's right here. It's not
wow.
her.
Yeah, now we know why you always felt those kicks and stuff, because like the way she is now, just always constantly punching and kicking the air.
Yes, I know
amazing.
all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then with your like we noticed it took like a good week or so for us to get used to like your stomach not, you not being pregnant anymore in your stomach, because like there was times where like I would naturally just like start rubbing your belly and I'm like, oh wait, like like, and then like one time I backed up and I accidentally bumped into you and I was like, oh, and I like made sure like your stomach was okay, and I was like, oh well.
I think I've gotten over it now, or I've like stopped doing it, but for like a few days, or I'd say about a week after, like I kept, and you caught me sometimes, like I kept rubbing my stomach or holding my belly just like at any time, because I was just so used to doing that.
Yeah, humans are a creature of habit, man. We get used to certain things, and which is why I feel like, we're talking about parenthood and stuff like that, but we're still getting, this is obviously just the beginning. But I feel like as of right now, we're getting into the, like I said, creatures of habit. We're getting into the hang of it.
Oh no.
And everything. Is the monitor?
Our
got a little
monitor
monitor on here.
Yeah.
Oh, just knowing here. Let me plug it in real quick. But
okay.
Before I do that, so yeah, overall thoughts on, I mean, do you want to get into the delivery and stuff? And
I guess obviously we won't get into too much detail, but just
that's the point of this podcast though, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you could just, yeah.
I guess the overall point of it is just like it was a lot. Like a lot of people tend to get like misconceptions, or like TikTok was a really big thing for me too with the whole delivery, because I watched for a while before, while I was pregnant, before it was delivery time, all these videos, and like just making it seem like that, oh, the delivery is just gonna go smooth, especially if you get induced, you're gonna be in. And then the doctor even too was just very like, gave us like false hope, I guess you should say, because it did not go the way that she, things happen. It did not go the way that she described. It was very like, you're gonna come at this time, we're gonna do this and this, and then baby will be here by this time. It's like, no.
Yeah, so basically you got induced. You were supposed to get induced for a day, and the baby was supposed to come the next day. The baby didn't come for 2 weeks, and in
2 days.
2 weeks. Jesus, 2 days, and it was 2 days of constant pain for you,
Yes.
And then at the end, it was, it was a big change of plans where, a lot of things didn't happen how we imagined, especially being for our first child. It didn't,
wanted, like, it's like we wanted things, you as like being the dad, and then like me as being the one that going through it. We wanted things to go a certain way. Like I had my mindset on that I was going to do not natural, like not medicine or anything, because of course I took the medicine, but natural as in like, pushing her out, but it ended up not being that.
Just basically everything went wrong at the end, and it wasn't you, obviously.
It was very scary.
It was just bad miscommunication between the staff, and I don't even, we thought having a younger, kind of cooler, doctor to deliver our baby would be ideal for us, but turns out, you probably want somebody who's a little more experienced and willing to say what needs to be done, instead of just lollygagging around and just, oh, it's gonna be good, and you just gotta do it like this, and shut up. Should have delivered our baby right, bitch. Anyway, so some complications, of course. And like I said, now after a week of our baby getting healthy in the hospital, she's home, and it's been we're over 2 weeks to get, almost 3 weeks now getting she's going to be 4 weeks, so it's going to go in on
she's going to be a month already.
Yeah, so it's going on our 3rd week to getting adjusted to her being at home. So that's good.
Yeah.
Things could always be a lot worse, so we're thankful, and
and she's completely healthy now, considering everything that she went through when she was born. It was really a really scary time. It was a scary first couple of days. I say the day of you would think that I would say the day, of course, the day of her being born is like the happiest day ever. But also too the scariest.
It was very scary, and me, like I realized I don't handle pressure very well. I mean, I always know that because how I was getting and how hectic I get, and then that's like when it kind of, not purposely, but my asshole side comes out because of my constant like anxiety, and like I said, I don't handle well under pressure and worrying because I just got accustomed to the way I always think worst case scenario in every situation. And I definitely was thinking that, and yeah, we had each other, and it was there. I just wish that other people involved there would have realized their place in the situation and realized that it was our baby that we were having, not theirs. Mm-hmm. And you see a lot of people's true colors in that environment too, and yeah, so that was like a whole nother conversation I might get into when I do have my, hopefully, next episode we come back, I will have my solo therapy episode because it's something I want to try out and see how it does. And, if it does more than the typical, whatever, 50 or something we get, maybe I'll do it more. But I'll get more into that. But it just, it was a hectic environment, and there was, people that could have made the situation better, but instead made the situation a lot worse, and definitely lost a lot of my respect. But out of respect for you, I'm not going to get into that right now. What's the next thing you want to get into?
I guess just her, like, just being home now, like we mentioned briefly, like, about the sleep deprivation, and babies eat a lot. That's one thing that's really blown my mind, is that she's just always hungry.
Yeah. It's always, anytime she cries, she either, wants to be held or wants to be changed, or is 90% of the time hungry.
Yeah, pretty much. She's definitely our baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially how I always think she's, definitely, we both love our sleep, so she definitely gets that from us, but the fighting her sleep, she definitely got that from me, because she literally fight her sleep for hours and then finally be out for more hours.
Yes. She will lay there and yawn, and her eyes will kind of do like the little, like, you can tell they're super heavy, and then they're just wide open the next minute, and I'm like, go to sleep.
Yeah, so there's definitely being a night owl, she is just like our old man here,
literally, and hates being woken up. That's both of us. Yeah. What's some other things, like characteristics, like I know we're gonna put the little picture of her, but like, just like full on, like you said, she has like my eyes and like my nose.
It's crazy because if you compare her baby pictures to mine, she looks just like me. But then if you compare her baby pictures to you, she looks just like you.
She's so literally the perfect mix of us.
Literally, I was gonna say that, the perfect mix. Yeah, because she has like both of our eyes in a way, and then like I think she has my upper lip and your lower lip, and then like, I don't know, I can't really tell if she has my chin now because, I'm not having shaved. But I'm sure if I did, like that last episode a while back, she has like both of our chins in a certain way.
Yeah.
We still, I think she's going to have my ears, She's going to have more of my ears. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. What do you think?
I think she definitely has like your face shape.
Yeah.
I've noticed
she definitely got your nose.
Yeah. the wide set nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What else? See, another thing too is like, I feel like she definitely has your eyelashes, because I have shitty lashes. They're so short, and you have like long, I'd say luscious, but like just long, lengthy.
I've always been told that, but I don't see it.
No, definitely.
Since I was a kid, I've always been told that.
And they're full too. I'm literally looking at them right now. You have full eyelashes, and she's definitely gonna have that. But yeah, just literally just the perfect mix of us. Yeah,
I had this moment the other night where I was just I was feeding her, or I was rocking her to sleep, and then like I was staring at her, and I was staring at her just thinking, and like I got this weird, like, I guess like daydream state where I'm staring at her, and like, when you daydream, your vision kind of gets blurry, and I'm over here thinking like, as my vision was blurred, it's almost like her face turned into mine, and I was like, I'm literally holding myself. Like, so I had this weird feeling of like, I'm the baby holding myself, because like she's so much, like I feel, obviously she looks like us, and like me, and I just like just that feeling like this is
like that connection.
Yeah, it's the connection. Like she is us. Like so when you're holding her, you're holding you. When I'm holding her, I'm holding me.
Yeah.
It's a crazy feeling, like parenting or fatherhood, I should say, better. Or, better way to say it.
Right.
It's everything I expected it to be and everything I didn't expect it to be, but in a good way, because you can only expect so much, but you actually have to, especially me, I'm the type of, experienced learner. Like I have to go through the motions to really understand it and get it.
Right.
And that's it's coming to me like that.
Yeah. And I have these like crazy thoughts too. Like since you said you had that crazy thought the other night, like I was literally feeding her this morning and just like staring at her, and I started thinking like, because it's so weird, like, and I think we're both the same way with that too, like we want to see her like already, like when she's 2 or 3 and like walking and like talking and stuff like that.
That's gonna be a whole nother experience.
Yes, it's gonna be so crazy. And like I literally was just like, she's 3, almost 3.5 weeks old, and I'm literally staring at her and I'm like, can you just talk? Like I just want to hear what your voice sounds like already. I want to know what your voice is going to sound like already, but at the same time it's like, please stay this little. So it's like so weird.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to embrace every moment, even though the little, because we're not gonna lie, there's gonna be frustrating parts of parenthood, of course, like when we're trying to sleep or right when we decide to lay down, like when she's been asleep for a good hour or two, and then right when we decide to lay down, she wakes up. There's gonna, but I mean, it's not really frustrating. It's just a part of the thing, and just the frustration goes away as soon as you hold her or look at her. But there's just it's not easy, basically. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not easy. So even through the parts that aren't easy, and especially the sleep, being sleep deprived and everything, we're still trying to embrace it as much as we can, because this is a special moment in our lives, and regardless of problems and situations and things we can't prevent, we still got to embrace it. And I feel like we're doing okay with that, right? You think so?
I'd say so. She's definitely our little form of happiness, I guess you say, therapy. Like I found myself yesterday, like I left for like just a couple hours to go run some errands, and I was getting frustrated like when I was by myself, and I literally just on the drive home thinking like, as soon as I see her, like I'll feel better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that feeling.
Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, like, if this couple weeks is already proof, like, she already can't do anything wrong, really, because she's thrown, spit up and thrown up on me so many times, and I just laugh, and
she pooped in your hand.
I'll literally, yeah, exactly, I was getting to that, yeah, I'll literally kiss her while her mouth is full of milk. Freaking, she pooped in my hand, like, literally in the palm of my hand. And I just laughed. And then when you got stressed out, when she started peeing everywhere, because we were changing her diaper, and I forgot why we had to pick her up. Oh, we were changing like diaper mat or whatever, and I had to pick her up. And as I'm holding her, she starts peeing on my hand, which runs off onto my shorts and onto the bed, all over the floor, and you're like freaking out. And I think
I just woken up too.
Yeah, so you were, that happens, and then I'm just over here laughing because, like, the face she was making, like, she felt like there was obviously no diaper, nothing to block her, so she felt so relieved, and just as she's peeing with this face, I am just laughing. Like, she can't do nothing wrong, except, when she doesn't want to go to sleep. It's not the fact that part's hard or anything like that. It's just like, hey, go to sleep, we just, hey. Yeah, I mean, you see, what we keep circling back to is just the sleep part. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're good. We're good. We can get the hang of that.
Yeah, I'd say we sleep in like 3 or 4 hour increments. Yeah, until we have to get up again, and then just like I think I took like 3 different naps today. I think we're more like taking naps right now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A little
we're surviving naps off of naps here and there.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 hours, because obviously that's not a good night's sleep,
Right.
So yeah.
I don't even think we hit REM sleep. That's why we wake up with headaches so much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're always on alert too, because like
that's what it is.
she's not nosy, noisy.
Noisy.
Yeah, she makes like these sounds, and of course we were checked to the doctor. It's newborns are noisy. But it's just like the cutest sounds, and like you said, like she makes the cutest faces, and she makes the cutest sounds. She's just the cutest thing ever. Yeah.
No, yeah, that sums it up. She's just the greatest. I'm loving being a dad. I know
you're like, I have loved watching you become a dad.
Really?
Yeah.
How so? Explain it to me.
Just watching you, like, just from afar, like, just doing little things. And like, there are times like I catch you, like, when you're feeding her, some of, like, the way you look at her, it's just amazing.
Yeah, she's definitely special. Gonna have some good old millennial parents, and we'll see. I was even saying the other day, I can't wait till she starts playing video games. Like, we get her a Nintendo Switch or something. Like, it's just, this journey is just gonna get so much more like exciting and cool. And like we touch on, there's gonna be some tough times, but at the end of the day, as long as we keep showing her the love that we've been showing her, we're gonna make it.
We're gonna be A-okay.
We're gonna make it. Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on? This is supposed to be, might not be as long as our normal episodes, but, wanted to update since we haven't came out with an episode. And, a couple weeks we did announce before that we were going to take a hiatus. Hopefully the hiatus is over.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. I mean, honestly, not doing bad right now.
I don't think so.
We might have
been good.
Yeah, and we wanted to change up our, format again for the podcast yet again. We're trying to figure out, we're still 3 years later, actually it is May 20th as we're recording this. Yesterday marked our official 3-year anniversary.
Wait, what?
Our 3-year anniversary of our podcast.
Oh, of our podcast.
Not us.
I know. I was like,
almost
wait, what?
7 years.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, our podcast.
Yeah. What did you freak out? I saw that freak out in your eyes. Did you think I was like mixing you up with an ex or something?
I think so. For like a quick second.
No, our 3-year anniversary. We started the podcast May 19th.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, like basically my point was after 3 years, we're still trying to figure out what works, obviously, because look at the views, people. Like and subscribe, get those views up, please.
Yes.
But yeah, so we were thinking of condensing and shortening the podcast a little bit, making episodes more meaningful with certain categories instead of doing 3-4 categories in an episode, and then people just end up turning it off after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's just like so much. I think we were doing too much. So maybe that was a good thing about this hiatus too. Especially in the hospital, a lot of time to think. And before everything, when we thought everything was going smoothly, we had time to think and talk, and and then what we said.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to touch on?
I don't think so. I think this is good. A little like like just to be able to talk and just like vent.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Good stuff.
I'm drinking wine. Feels good.
Yeah, finally. Gotta do the old pump and dump.
Pump and dump. Yep. That's a whole nother thing we didn't even get into, is freaking pumping and breastfeeding and breast milk, and just crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sure as we go throughout the just because like we did when we did the announcement episode when you were pregnant, we still ended up talking about it every other episode. So I'm pretty sure there's always going to be something to talk about. Even if it's just stories, funny stories, like the old peeing in my hand or pooping in my hand, throwing up all over me. There's always going to be little things that we talk about. It's just, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far.
Oh yeah, me too. We feel like we've already like learned so much, and we're just like learning new things about her like every day. It's like this is just the beginning. Yeah,
and we're like noticing, like you said, learning things and noticing things about her, and she's getting her more smiles in.
Oh,
and
I can't wait till like
faces.
we just make a funny face and she just laughs. Like I can't wait for those moments. There's gonna be so many firsts.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be awesome. It has already been awesome. But it's gonna get even better. There was something else. Dang it! I knew we were gonna be rusty. This is good. This is what happens when we don't write nothing down and we just talk.
Yeah.
This is actually what our CayVin Cave episodes are like on Patreon. Patreon.com/CayVin Universe. CayVin.com. Buy some merch, people. We are parents now. Help us out. We're on maternity and paternity leave, and I used to always hear when people would complain, like I knew people that would have to leave, or not even real paternity leave, because they would just have to take off work when their baby was born. And I've had friends and stuff complain to me like, oh, like this it sucks that other countries give all this like paternity leave, and like there's countries that give like 3-6 months paternity leave paid, and then like if you don't have the right job here in America, you're not going to get that. And I understand that now, because I used to think like, okay, that's fine, like you're gonna have a baby, like it'll be good, like this is what you do when you have a baby. But no, paternity leave and maternity leave are important.
Yep.
And boy, are we feeling that struggle now.
Now we know for baby number 2, perhaps?
Baby number 2, yeah. I think it's time for us to do a little career change in our career paths and make sure that, we got some benefits are important, people.
Yep.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, like I said, there's things could always be worse because, I mean, look, we both still work from home and, doing that, being able to still see our baby, not being away.
Not
and even
everyone can say that or do that.
Yeah, and then, we live out in the country, so I help out, neighbors and, down the street and stuff doing ranch hand work. And, even that, just like I'm just, a mile away or something like that, Not even, yeah.
You're right there.
Yeah, so things like that, it just, things could, no matter what situation you're in, people, that's one thing I've always told myself, even through hard times and struggles, it just, no matter what you're in, it could always be worse. Could it be a lot better? Definitely could be a lot better, but it could always be worse. Mm-hmm. That's a lesson that my older brother Rudy has taught me when I was little. And I've, anytime I'm really struggling, I always go back to that because, things could always be better, of course, but they could always be a lot worse. And I'm definitely thankful that they aren't worse. And she's home and we get to see her every day and healthy. Mm-hmm. And, you got to count your blessings, people. I don't care if you're religious or not. Count your karma, count your coincidences, whatever you want to say it. Count your blessings.
Yeah.
What else you got?
I don't think anything right now.
I need to stop saying what else you got. That was like an inside joke when we used to make fun of Brendan Schaub, and then I actually started saying it every episode. I was like, I hate you every episode. He says, "What else you got? What else you got?" And I'm like, when I was like looking back on prior episodes, I'm like, I literally say that every episode. I've turned into the man that I've hated. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
But what else you got?
I don't think anything at the moment. I think we're good.
How are we doing on time?
I don't know.
Almost 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
These are rookie numbers.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
First time back.
I always notice when we do episodes under like 25 minutes, they don't never do so well. It's like people want long episodes, but then if it's too long, they don't want it.
Watch it.
It's like, what?
What do you want?
What do you want, people? Just tell us what you want. We've been trying for 3 years.
Yeah.
If you don't tell us what you want, then we're just going to keep doing what we're going to do, what we're doing.
Yeah, help us make it better.
Yeah, literally.
We're not doing good.
Yeah, I put a survey out on what you would change and what you like about the show. I think like 2 people replied. It's like, thanks. And 100 people viewing. Ghost followers and ghost listeners. I appreciate you, but like Jesus Christ, we're not gonna freaking make fun of you for submitting a question. We're not gonna make fun of you for submitting feedback. Like, what do you, because I've been that person. Like, I've listened to podcasts for years and I still never submitted anything, even though like certain podcasts ask every episode because it's like my initial thing, like, oh, what are they gonna think? And it's like we're not those type of people, especially not now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When we're like pleading for it. But it is what it is, people. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You're going to do what you want. We're going to do what we want. We all live in our own world. And what a world we live in.
Yeah.
What a ride it's been thus far.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/CayVin Universe. CayVin.com. Buy some merch. Legit merch. It's not made in somebody's garage. It's legit merch, people.
Yeah.
Help support us. Help support this podcast. Help support our family. But I mean, anything we do make off Patreon and stuff goes right back to the podcast itself because we just want to make this podcast better. Better equipment. Better studio. Whatever we got to do. If you love what you're listening and you're still listening now, please support us. And CayVin Universe on all social media. We're not going to do the post-credit plug, so that's why I'm doing it all now.
Yeah, I was going to mention the social media one at CayVin Universe on all platforms.
Yeah, social media.
Social media on all of your favorite platforms.
Yep. And go ahead.
Oh, no.
And they're hitting our music. Yeah.
You should say
we're
cheers,
back.
Cheers to parenthood.
Cheers to millennial parenthood.